Scream reignited the horror genre in 1996, so it's fitting the movie's casting office was ablaze with a who's who of Hollywood up-and-comers considered for the cast.
Don't you blame the movies! Movies don't create psychos!
Scream writer Kevin Williamson had Molly Ringwald in mind for the movie's lead role of Sidney Prescott, but the 80s icon declined, feeling that at the age of 27, she could no longer play a high schooler.
I don't think I belong in here.
Drew Barrymore then signed on for the role, and producers greenlit the movie and hired legendary horror director Wes Craven. After more thought, however, Barrymore insisted on playing Casey, who was killed in the opening scene, accurately predicting it would shock the audience.
What did you say?
So the Prescott part was offered to Reese Witherspoon, but she reportedly wrote it off as B-movie horror and not the satirical movie it was meant to be, and passed. As did Claire Danes, hot off My So-Called Life and Romeo and Juliet. Other actresses considered for the lead role include Clarissa Explains It All's Melissa Joan Hart, Clueless's Brittany Murphy, Mr. Holland's Opus's Alicia Witt, Heavenly Creatures' Melanie Linsky, My So-Called Life's AJ Langer, and then newcomer Chloe Sevigny. The winner, though, was Party of Five's Neve Campbell, who won producers over with her role in The Craft.
Those were accidents.
As for Billy Loomis, the role opposite Prescott, producers offered the part to pre-Good Will Hunting Ben Affleck and to Die For's Joaquin Phoenix, both of whom passed. Michael Landis and Justin Wallen, who both auditioned, as did Freddie Prinze Jr., who has said he was writer Williamson's favorite. Beautiful Girl's David Arquette was offered the role but turned it down in favor of playing Dewey in Scream.
Because of my boyish good looks, muscle mass has increased my acceptance as a Sears police officer.
Hacker star Matthew Lillard was also considered before eventually being cast as Stu Macher, another role Arquette was considered for. In the end, Craven went with Skeet Ulrich, who played opposite Campbell in The Craft, at least partly because of his resemblance to Johnny Depp in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I won't screw up.
For reporter Gail Weathers, the part was originally offered to Reality Bites' Janine Garofalo and model Brooke Shields, and Saved by the Bell's Elizabeth Berkley was also reportedly considered, but Friends' Courtney Cox won the role after petitioning Craven for the chance to play a less friendly character.
You know, in a demographic study, I proved to be most popular amongst males 11 to 24.
VOC's Melinda Clark turned down the part of Tatum Riley, as did Rebecca Gayheart, who reportedly had a filming conflict with Somebody Is Waiting. Newcomer Charlotte Ayana was considered, but the role went to Rose McGowan from Charmed.
No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
And both Breckenmeyer, also from The Craft, and Mallrats' Jason Lee auditioned for the role of Randy Meeks, which eventually went to comedian Jamie Kennedy.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
Scream was a blockbuster success, not only inspiring a legendary Halloween costume, but essentially putting young Hollywood to work for years to come, spawning 3 sequels,
You gotta have a sequel.
similar franchises like I Know What You Did Last Summer, and even the parody Scary Movies.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
Rule number 1, put together a great cast.